Watch and burn.
Hey everyone. So tonight I wanted to discuss Alice Glass's first official solo full-length after a handful of years and a number of EPs and singles that she has released throughout the course of those years following her departure from Crystal Castles. We finally have Pray, or Pray 4, I believe. Technically it's Pray 4 with the Roman numeral for 4. So I imagine it's alluding to pray for someone or something. But at the end of the day, I don't really know. I will say the one thing that this record definitely helps carve in stone is Alice's claim that while she was in Crystal Castles, that she wrote the lion's share of the vocal harmonies. And Ethan would go on to dispute that. They had a massive falling out. She accused him of a number of things, including gross sexual misconduct, as well as a whole litany of physical abuse issues popped up as well. I believe a few fans have also come forward citing the same complaints regarding Kath, but nonetheless, they sort of had this war of words. He said he wrote the majority, if not all, of the vocal harmonies for Crystal Castles, so when Edith took over the fan base, or the fan base that had still remained after the allegations were made public, they wouldn't feel Alice's departure at all. Alice said she wrote the lion's share, if not all, of the vocal harmonies. And with this record here, I have to say that that's the side I'm falling on. The vocal harmonies on this record do, at least in part, remind me of Crystal Castles and everything Alice did while she was in that band. What the fuck is that? I'm at this semi-abandoned plaza. There's a couple stores still open, and behind me there's nothing but trees. But back there, there's this announcement that keeps popping up every 5 minutes because wherever the place is, it closes at 8 p.m. And there's nothing back there. I know where I am, and there's no businesses back there, but I can hear the announcement like the parking lot is within 50 feet of me. And there's not. There's this big-ass gully between me and nowhere, and it doesn't matter. But yeah, I really liked this record. I thought this record had a lot of strength. I thought this record had a lot of balls, and I liked how, I don't know, the production felt even bigger than anything that she had done previously with Crystal Castles. I felt like the Crystal Castles production was great, but I found like the drums on this record to be even bigger. They had more thump, they had more drive, they dug a little deeper, and the songwriting was just as catchy as anything that you would find on a Crystal Castles record, which I think this record just serves to prove that Alice is able to stand on her own, and she can do it incredibly well, and she has been doing it for some time. The reason that I'm focusing on this is because this is her first proper full-length. All of the singles and EPs that she has released prior have been a lot of fun, but they have in a lot of ways kind of been all over the place, and this is the first like focused effort from her, and this one didn't miss the mark. This one was, like I said, it's a lot of fun. The songwriting is catchy. It's the songs on here, as far as electronic music's concerned, I could argue that they have sort of a timeless quality because I've listened to this record countless times and I haven't gotten sick of it yet. So I'm starting to get the vibe that this record could be hanging around and it'll be something that I'll be listening to for years and years to come, which is something that I love because I hate it when like a lot of people feel the same way about fast fashion because it's, you know, created in a sweatshop. And you could argue the same thing about fast music, which is sequenced in Ableton in an hour using a bunch of royalty-free loops that you bought from like Native Instruments or whatever, right? You take out the human suffering element of fast fashion and you just have fast music, and it's just complete and total shit. And electronic music is usually guilty, or it's very easy to be found guilty of being made quickly and without much care, and just for the sake of profiting, because you can purchase royalty-free loop packs, and you can get some really kick-ass loops too. It just really depends on how much money you're willing to lay out. And then you watch a couple tutorials on YouTube on how to sequence them up in Ableton, and next thing you know, you think you're fucking Trent Reznor, right? And I don't feel that from this record. The songs on here, the songwriting is solid. It's 100% electronic. Everything feels almost organic though. Her vocals are completely on point. The lyrics are fun. My favorite tracks out here are Baby Teeth, Love is Violence, which if I'm not mistaken too, I think Love is Violence was the first single off this. Witch Hunt's on here. Pray is on here. I loved Fair Game. And I felt like even the songs that I didn't love, I feel that in time I will most likely grow to love them because this record does feel incredibly strong. I love the artwork. I love the overall feel of this. I don't know if there's a physical release. When it came out, I checked, and as of that point, when the record was released, there was no physical copies available. It would be cool to get my hands on a vinyl copy of this, so maybe it'll come out at some point, but as of June 2022, I still haven't been able to find anything. So hopefully that happens someday. But I think I'm gonna go. I've been discussing this for almost 6 minutes, and so that means this one has run a little long. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for these 6 minutes while I discussed Alice Glass's first full-length solo album, and that is Pray 4. If you liked this review or you didn't like this review, don't forget to do something nice for somebody, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a good night. I just wanted to say thank you for making it through the entire video. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to remind everyone one more time, even though I've probably already done this in the video that you just watched, to please click the like button as well as the subscribe button because it helps this channel grow. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe, and we will see you guys really soon.